Welcome to Feed the Fire Live. I'm Chef Trevor Cook. January 15th, we are on the beachfront patio. It's been 85 degrees today. This morning I went scuba diving, got scallops and sea bass. So tonight we're gonna do linguine Fra Diablo with scallops. Spicy, creamy, cheesy, it's delicious. We're gonna do a romaine grilled Caesar salad. We've got a nice French loaf, soak up that sauce. And well, you know, we're just gonna get started. So, Fra Diablo. Fra Diablo is a dish I developed a few years ago. And it's kind of like an Alfredo with a little chipotle pepper and adobo. And, well, I like to pair it with shrimp and scallops. So, to get started, we're gonna start with a little whole butter. We're gonna put that right into our pan. And we're gonna hit a little olive oil right there. That was about a half a teaspoon to a tablespoon of butter. That butter's gonna brown up really quick, and the olive oil is gonna bring our temperature down so we don't burn the butter, decrease our flash point. Garlic. I'm gonna guess about 2 tablespoons, which would be about 4 or 5 cloves. I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. You smell that brown butter and that garlic just come alive right away. Before that gets, before that gets too brown, a little pepper, just a pinch, and a little kosher salt. I want to hit my temperature up just a bit. We've got whole cream, manufacturer's cream. When you go to the market and buy this, it'll say heavy whipping cream, pasteurized. I mean, there's several different kinds. I typically see 2 in the market. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a little stir. We've got some color in there from the butter browning a little bit. Now, while my neighbors scream and yell to their football game, I'm gonna make a little bit of room here. And I wanna go ahead and bring my plate in. We've got some baby hearts of romaine, and I want to put those on the grill, so I'm going to just put a little olive oil on this plate. And I've got these beautiful little romaine hearts. So I'm just going to dip them in the olive oil just a little bit, not losing the rest of my lettuce. Just kind of keep it all together. This just kind of softens the lettuce, flavors the lettuce, and hopefully it won't stick to the grill. Not that I've ever had lettuce stick to the grill. So, we've got a little olive oil on our romaine hearts. I'm gonna go ahead and season them with a little kosher salt, a little fresh cracked pepper, and we're gonna get those right on the grill. Now I got my grill nice and hot, got my coals set at about medium height. I'm gonna go ahead and just set these right on the grill. All right, now these romaine hearts have been on the grill for just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull them right off to a piece of tin foil. Literally a minute. Now, I have a little mesquite going on the grill. And if you can see, just very lightly, we just got a little bit of caramelization, a little bit of grill marks on that lettuce. And that just, the olive oil, the salt and pepper, that just kind of tenderizes the lettuce a little bit, just get it a little wilted. We're gonna go ahead and just fold our tin foil over, not really tightly, just very loose. We're gonna set those off to the side, and the residual heat from this lettuce is just gonna keep it cooking just a little bit. But the smokiness and the charred flavor on these baby romaine hearts with the Caesar dressing, the Parmesan cheese, oh, it's believe me, delicious. You can't go wrong. Okay, so welcome back. We've got our romaine hearts grilled. They're resting. I can't wait for that salad. It's the best. This cream is reduced by about a quarter. I kicked my heat down a little bit. I'm gonna bring it back up just one notch. At home, on the stovetop, this would be about medium, maybe a little tap of the knob over medium. You want bubbles, but you don't want it boiling because you'll get a mess going on there. So today, excuse me, this morning, I went scuba diving right out here, hopped on the boat with Gus and Adam and the guys, and we did a little spearfishing. And while I was spearfishing, I was down on the reef and I found these scallops. These scallops are fresh caught today and they're just beautiful. Another little sea creature I found down there was a nice calico bass. So we got this fresh bass, fresh caught today. I filleted that up. I left the skin on. It holds better on the grill. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this bass in, and I'm just gonna rub it with a little oil, not too much. I just kind of want my salt and pepper to stick. Now, when you go to the market, I would recommend orange roughy or Chilean sea bass. If you're on a budget, salmon, tilapia, you know, whatever you like. I'm gonna go ahead and put my seasoned bass right on the grill. Presentation side, skin side. I'm gonna put it presentation side down, or the interior of the fillet. We go ahead and put those right on the grill. Now, back to our sauce. Linguine Fra Diablo. I have chipotle peppers. Chipotle peppers are smoked jalapenos in adobo. Now, an adobo sauce is just a smoky, rich, kind of a, in between it's more of a light paste. I go ahead, you can get them in the Mexican aisle at any market. They're in a small, like a little 12-ounce can, a little pop top. I pull a couple peppers out. I got 3 here. Got a little bit of the adobo sauce. I just chopped them right up. So mix that around a bit. You can see that sauce in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a teaspoon, a nice heaping teaspoon, plop that right in there. These are kind of spicy. So I'm gonna start with 1 teaspoon, stir it around, let these cook down, give it a little taste. We'll see where our spiciness level is. And when we come back, we'll adjust the seasoning, we'll add our cheese, we'll get our scallops on the grill, we'll be ready to plate. Our sauce is going. The wine is delicious. Our bass on the grill, we went ahead and turned it. I'm gonna move that to the side just a little bit. Make room for those scallops. Now, these scallops I got this morning, this is a scallop shell. We just kind of, popped them on there, used it as a little plate. When we're done using it as a plate, we might set it out as an ashtray, but my sauce, Veronica tells me, is not spicy enough. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it up a notch. Eugh. Sorry, Emerald. Nice big teaspoon. And then we're just gonna scrape the bowl on there. So Veronica, if you say, oh no, it's too hot, sorry kid. Right there in the pan. We're gonna give that a stir. I'm gonna take it down just a click and bubble away. Scallops. Now, if you're grilling scallops or if you're sauteing them in a pan, scallops cook very fast. These are nice and fat. When you go to the market, you might get a scallop about this size. This would be like a U10, as opposed to a scallop that size, which would be like a U8. U under 10 per pound, a U8 under 8 per pound. So, again, a little salt, a little pepper, straight onto the grill. I literally, that grill is hot. I literally want to do these about a minute, minute and a half, each side, if that. Back to the sauce. We got a nice reduction here. Everything's stiffening up or thickening with our reduction. Parmesan Reggiano. Got a beautiful block of cheese. We just shredded it up. We're gonna go ahead and just sprinkle that right into our sauce. Couple nice big handfuls. Well, the cheese is going to depend on the amount of cream you have, how many people you're serving. This is a whole wedge of cheese, and the amount I just put in, I would say about a 1/4 cup. The liquid, or my reduction I have in the pan, is about 2 cups. It's really kind of eyeballing it. So the more cheese I add to this, and the longer I let it cook or reduce, the thicker it's gonna get. So I want a nice nappe consistency, and nappe is a little fancy culinary French term that literally means to coat the back of a spoon. So I run my spoon through the sauce. I hold my spoon up. You see how it sticks? It's just barely sliding down the spoon. This sauce is nappe. My hair, nappe. Nappe, nappe. So don't get them confused. All right, so this sauce, we don't want it to stiffen up anymore, so I'm gonna get a little more cream really quick, and I'm gonna just put a little cream in there just to kind of thin it out, because I got a few more steps to do with the scallops and the fish. My scallops are ready to come off. I'm gonna start with these smaller scallops. Get those right into my tin foil. You know, these scallops literally took a minute to cook, and they're hot. And I put them in this tin foil. They are just going to continue cooking. Those scallops right there in their little area. I wanna take my fish, and if you remember, I left the skin on my fish, so now that it's cooked, this skin peels right off. I roll these fillets over, grab a little bit, see how that skin just peels right off? And that allowed us to keep that fish nice and whole right on the grill. Look at how beautiful that is. Fresh scallops, fresh sea bass.
You should have told me to buy more cream.
I didn't need it because I had this. We don't use it. Okay, our sauce looks beautiful. Our fish is done. Our scallops are done. We're gonna go ahead and just wrap those up a little bit. Let those rest. Let our proteins rest. Always let our proteins rest. All right, back to our Fra Diablo. I've got linguine. Now this is just a pound of linguine. I went ahead and cooked it. It's chilled. I oiled it so we won't stick. Our sauce is perfect. It's nappe, ready to go. So we got 4 guests tonight. We're gonna go ahead and just take 4, man, that's probably 2, 3, Doug, one more? Is that what you're saying? All right, so, okay, so we got our dressing on our plate. I just put a spoonful down, right there in the middle. Just kind of drag it around a little bit. Make a little design there. I'm gonna take one of my little baby hearts of romaine. Set it right down there in the dressing. A little more dressing right across the top. We're gonna bring in some fresh tomato and some croutons. I'm gonna take a little bit of these tomatoes, just kind of drizzle them right across the top there. If one jumps on the plate, no problem. A couple croutons, let those fall where they will. A little bit of our Parmesan right across the top. Now, that's one quadrant of our plate. We're going to come over to our pasta. We're going to do a whole nother section here. I'm going to go ahead and just put that right down there. Get a little bit of that sauce off the side. Take some of our fish and our scallops. Take a nice fat scallop. Put it right on top. Take a little bit of our fish. Right along the side there. We'll go ahead and garnish that with a little Parmesan. Sprinkle it right across our plate.